comfortable have you gotten over the last few weeks, kind of getting a little bit more and more each week?
I feel like I've been getting pretty comfortable, just being here at the end of last year, seeing the offense, learning the language, terminology, and just building a bond with my teammates. I just feel like I've just been doing well.
How much have you enjoyed the opportunity to play?
Man, it's fun, man. Going out there and fighting with my guys, man. Going out there competing, playing the game. I enjoy it a lot.
Understanding you're gonna have an attitude. There's more to do. I guess just what have the past few days been like as far as supportive messages and maybe calls from friends and family just about your game on Sunday night?
I've been getting a lot of texts and calls and stuff like that, which I feel very appreciated too. I love the support from all my fans and family. And I've definitely been getting a lot.
Tyquan, Patrick talked about how much your role has expanded, even from last year and going into this year. As you've been in the league a while, man, how much are you still actually learning?
I'm learning a lot. I learn every day. I learn a little bit from my teammates. Taking the little things from some of the veteran players. How I could be better at the little things and going out there each and every day on the practice field and challenging myself.
Yeah, a lot of the guys talk about how much Juju is a leader in that room. How much are you leaning on him?
A lot. He's been playing for a long time. He's seen a lot of football. Seen a lot of defensive coverages. So I ask him little things, because he's seen a lot, so he knows what's going on basically.
Tyquan, from other quarterbacks you've played with, what's different about tracking and adjusting to the deep ball from Patrick?
Patrick, he throws like a friendly ball, so like it's easier for me like to see the nose of the football. Some of the other quarterbacks that I played with was great quarterbacks too as well, so they always do a good deep ball too as well. But Patrick, more on the friendly end.
And for you, what's fun about playing in this offense?
Aggressive. We want to be aggressive. We want to go out there and make plays. We got a lot of weapons in the room. In the running back room, quarterback, tight ends, receivers. We got a lot of weapons.
I don't think I've ever heard friendly used as to describe the ball. Go into that a little bit more. What does that mean?
So sometimes like you could be covered, but the quarterback can throw you uncovered. So just making it a little bit easier on you to make the catch. That's all.
Tyquan, as much as you and Patrick have obviously created some chemistry, what do you feel like you still see things that we could be more on the same page as you go? Are you seeing that each week a little bit more?
Yeah, definitely a few things that we gotta just continue to work on the practice field, and just talking through it, watching film and stuff like that. Because when you're out there in the game is played fast, so you gotta sometimes just be quick reactions.
In the game on Sunday, he talked about he'd like a throwback or two. Do you feel like he's communicated with you about where he wants you? Has that been getting more clear too?
Yeah, definitely clear. It's definitely been precise communication while we out there. I know there's one play we had a corner route. He wanted me to get my eyes back a little bit quicker in that void, and so now we're gonna hit on that next time.
We'll start with Sam over here and work our way across.
So a couple things, Tyquan. I wonder, just all your deep routes are not go routes all the time. In fact, most of them doesn't seem like have been go routes. What's just been the process of refining deep routes that have some diversity to them?
We just trying to do whatever we can, to just take the shot. You got to take shots in this league to, open up the defense and open up the offense too as well. So whatever I can do, to go down there and make a play for this offense, that's what I'm willing to do.
And do you find, I guess the Giants being the third opponent, playing you a little differently based on the fact that you had gotten open against the Eagles and Chargers the first couple weeks?
Kind of, they try to throw a little shell out there when you on the slot, so they can, kind of hollow you a little bit and stuff like that. But once you catch them in man, they were your chance.
Seren?
Tyquan, you obviously were highly drafted and everything and thought highly of by your first team, but it didn't click. And you look back on it and say it was, your maturation here, was it not working out there part of what maybe got you to study more, or was it these coaches looked at you, saw what you could do, and did a better job of putting you in a position to succeed? Why do you think it's working now and wasn't working early?
Sometimes it's just timing, it's always God timing. So when I was there in New England, great time there, I love that staff over there, the players there, I built a good bond with them guys, and I just been making plays. I've been working at it in practice for a long time. I used to always do it in practice, but was never able to just put it on the film in the game. So just staying true to myself and just continue to doing the same thing.
Mackenzie?
Yeah, you hadn't posted on Twitter in like 3 years, and you posted your big catch as a message to like the doubters. Just what was that moment like, and then how do you feel, having such a big impact in the offense?
Man, That moment was pretty huge for me because I know like my time there in New England while I was there, the media used to try to beat up on me a little bit bad, so I remember like just, not having the best game of my career, being a young player, going to Twitter and seeing like, the media just beating you up. So I used to get down on myself a little bit, but, just looking at myself in the mirror, just knowing who I truly am, you know what I'm saying? Keeping my head high, just keep pounding at the rock and, just keep working. Now, like, it's starting to show a little bit, so I just want to keep on getting better and just keep on improving.
You
Last
hadn't
one, Tom.
posted, but had you been looking at Twitter, or did you just say that's just not healthy for me, I'm not gonna look for that stuff?
Yeah, it's not really healthy at all, being a young player. So if you're a young player, I'll give you that advice. Like, if you're not doing well, don't look at Twitter at all.
And when you got here last year, you were around this team, right? And then you had to fight to make the team, and all of a sudden, down in Brazil, when Xavier got hurt, you had more stuff to do. I guess hard to encapsulate this last 6 months from not being on a team to all of a sudden being a bigger part of it. Is it just like validation that you can do this, or how do you kind of look at it?
I mean, it's a process, man. It's a process. You gotta put your head down, work at the little things, and just keep on working until you prove yourself right.
Thanks, Tyquan.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tyquan.